Hi David, your latest announcement is starting to show that your Dittmer mine near Proserpine in North Queensland is emerging as a much bigger play than just an historic mine restart.
Yes, Gareth. What started off as initially a possible mine restart, chasing mineralisation around the old mine, is certainly growing. And our drilling is now showing that it extends for at least 500 metres, and our suspicion is it could extend for far longer based on the soil geochemistry, and could be even 2 kilometres in strike length.
Well, that must be very exciting. Just how is the story at Dittmer taking shape? What does it look like?
Look, it has a lot of similarities with the Ravenswood project. We've always considered it to be a potential intrusive-related gold system, just like Ravenswood. And by that, what I mean is there's a whole series of different styles of mineralisation. At Ravenswood, you see porphyry, you see breccias, and you also see these vein-hosted systems. And just like at Ravenswood, at Dittmer, historically the area was mined for high-grade veins. But with the work we're doing, we're starting to recognise there's a lot more mineralisation in this area occurring in breccias, stockwork veins, and also porphyry copper systems, which really allows us to recognise something that potentially has significant gold and copper mineralisation.
Now, the discovery or the uncovering of a potential copper porphyry system is very significant. Tell me why.
Yeah, the exciting thing about Dittmer is that we do see this range of mineralisation styles. We see the narrow high-grade veins around Dittmer, and then as we look a bit higher or deeper into the system, we also are finding sheeted and stacked veins. We're seeing breccia pipes, which are mineralised, and also we're seeing porphyry copper systems. So there's a real spectrum of mineralisation with the opportunity for some really large ones in this area, and that's really exciting for Dittmer and for Ballymore.
So with the prize really emerging as much bigger than originally thought, how do you go about it over the next 3 to 6 months to understand the geology better?
Well, we're already, as we speak, drilling at Cedar Ridge, which is one of our other targets down the southern licence area. It's a set of stacked veins down there, and we hope that has the potential to be something a lot larger than what we see at Dittmer. We also have a number of porphyry targets of our own, including Andromache, which is a very significant copper system, and we're looking to do some IP there. Something we've just recently announced though is the magnetic survey we completed over the entire Dittmer area. We were lucky enough to get a $300,000 grant from the government, a CIA grant, and we've just received the final results for that, and the results have been absolutely spectacular. We're very excited about what we've seen. There's a whole series of really interesting targets which I think confirm our belief that this is part of this much more complex, significant, intrusive system. And probably the most exciting target that's come out of that is the pipe-like structure we see underneath the mine. The Dittmer mine, 400 metres below the mine, we've got a 1200 by 800 metre pipe-like system that we suspect is a big porphyry system. We're in preparations to undertake drilling now of this exciting target, and this could rapidly transform this project.
So this porphyry system that you've got a sniff of, that helps explain very much a lot of the geology that you've been looking at Dittmer over the last few years.
Yeah, no, you're absolutely right. We've always suspected that there was a bigger system at depth in this area. We've had a lot of telltale clues. We're seeing the lodes in Dittmer getting wider. We're seeing a lot of copper in the area, and a lot of similarities to what we see in our southern area, where we've eroded off the ground that we see at Dittmer. We're looking deeper in the system, and there are these bigger porphyry systems down there. So our belief is potentially hiding underneath the mine here, there is a big system. It has a lot of similarities with a couple of the big deposits we see on the east coast of Australia. The North Parkes project, which is 3.3 million tonnes of copper and 3 million ounces of gold, and also Ridgeway, which is part of that Cadia mine, are two very substantial porphyry systems that once again sit in these pipe-like porphyry systems. We think this is a really exciting target, and we're very excited to drill it.